Foster and Santana playing catch. Up front to Foster. Foster trying to get Santana look for a three. Instead, it's going to be Baldino for a three. That won't go. Rebound to Cocroft. And here's Miller the other way. It doesn't take much room for him to go to the basket, and he scores.
Beautiful drive. Miller just caught it on the left elbow, got right towards the middle, and a little righty runner. That's a beautiful offense being executed by CM right now. 7
points already for Miller, and we're going to have an offensive foul and a turnover.
Boy, what a great charge taken there by number 32, Jason Hughes of CMCC. Did a good job of finding out position. Here's that play right last time down the floor by Curtis Miller, little righty runner. Up and good.
Yeah, great look there, and really, CM's getting some good looks at the basket, pushing the ball every chance they get. 20-11, Mustangs with a lead, 11:25 to play here in the first half. Here's Miller with a pull-up three, and he's feeling it tonight. 10 points already.
We warned you before the game, if he gets hot, look out, boys and girls. He can hit him from just about anywhere on the floor. He's spectacular to watch.
Yeah, now it's a 23-11 lead for the Mustangs. We're only 9 minutes into this game. Everything going the visitors' way, just the opposite of the first game here tonight when the SMCC women took care of business with relative ease. Ball knocked out of bounds, will stay down here.
Coach Dave Gagne, the Mustangs, still putting on that pressure. Wants to keep that perimeter defense strong. And the Seawolves just haven't had an answer for it, haven't had an answer how to get it inside and make any hay.
Well, there's a good look there, but Mackey cannot hit the open three, and here we go the other way. A miss at one end, and then a layup at the other end. Jason Hughes, the lead is 14.
Beautiful steal and take there. Hughes running out front of the crowd. Got the pass in stride and up and in. Man, this defense by the Mustangs right now, pretty hard to beat.
Well, it's one and done for the Seawolves, and then they're breaking the other way, and finally Mackey knocks down a three.
Well, that's the first time Mackey actually stepped into his shot. Previous shots is kind of off the back of his foot, kind of going backwards. That was the first time he was able to get in front of his shot, put some strength behind it, and he drilled it.
Well, that cuts the deficit to 11, 25-14. CM very much in control here in the early going. There's Green with a shot on the wing. That's not going to go, and the rebound comes down to Baldino. We approach the midway point of the first half, 25-14. Mustangs with the lead. Mackey looking for some shooting room, but he's been cut off there. Here's Baldino on the drive. He's giving him some good energy off the bench, but he can't hit the shot. And here comes Green flying down the court with Miller on the wing. He lobs it up. Miller throws it up, and again it drops. Another acrobatic shot finds the basket.
What an absolutely great play there.
27-14, and Green with a steal. Might be seeing another timeout here in a second. Green drives it in, and he draws the foul. He scores the basket. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, and Coach Richards is looking at his assistant saying, what do we got to do here? How can we do this? Full timeout.
Wow, this is really a worst case scenario for the home team, and Coach Richards, we knew coming in, he was very worried about, can we hang with this great team? So far the answer is no. There's still a long way to go, but you got to love the way the Mustangs have come in here, and a very difficult environment, but they have just taken it to the Seawolves from the opening tip.
I mean, look at all the aggressive players right now. Michael Green's been aggressive for the Mustangs. Obviously, Curtis Miller coming out and just draining shots left and right. Even when it doesn't look pretty, it goes in, but man, these Mustangs, they were ready for this whiteout tonight, no doubt about it.
So Green will go to the line with a chance to make it 30-14. We still have 9:34 to play. 12 points for Curtis Miller in the early going, with including a couple threes.
Boy, we got some, there's some extracurricular activity going on between SMCC fans and CMCC fans. So absolutely fun to watch the stuff behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah, always something going on here. Great environment. Interesting. A lot of these kids are dressed up as things I'm not even sure what.
Yeah, is that a broom? Is that what the? I don't know what's going on over there, but it's a lot of fun. I know the absolutely great atmosphere for small college basketball here in the state of Maine. But man, if you're Matt Richards right now, you got to get your guys to step up and make a play. You got to get them to step up and play strong defensive. Play a strong offense, but get your play. Try to find some moves. You're not going to make this back in one shot, one play at a time, one series at a time, one possession at a time. But right now, they got no answer for what the Mustangs throwing out there.
So Green goes to the line. He started the game with a little jump shot, started the scoring. And now Now he's trying to complete a three-point play. His free throw's up, and it is good. It's 30-14.
And boy, these Mustangs aren't quitting. They're setting up their defense and staying right on that perimeter. They're up by 16, but they're playing like they're down.
No, they're fired up. They want this one. Mackey lining up a long three, and it's good. He's heating up.
Same thing. Mackey, again, jumped into a shot, and he buried it. The shots he took early, he was backing off of them, and it wasn't hitting anything. Now he's into them, and he is draining them.
Now can they get a stop? That's the secret. They've got to get that defense setting up the offense here. That's the only way you can spark a rally. 13-point lead now. Miller lines up a three, and he's back rims that one. Here come the Seawolves. They got to stop. Jardine gives it to Mackey. Mackey thought about a 30-foot shot, decided against it. Foster now, a little pass. Jump shot's not going to go. That was leverage. It wouldn't drop. And now here comes Green out of the pack the other way. Always pushing it. He's going to take it. And now Miller, a wide open three from the left wing, won't go. Big break for the Seawolves there.
Yeah, they caught a break on the long. Should have been buried out there. He had that shot. Beautiful cut right there.
Yeah, Sampson with a nice drive. He was trying to pass it off. We'll see if this is going to call us a shooting foul. 30-17, we got a replay here. And this is Mackey's long distance three. Look at that, great form as you said, Jeff, and it's just nothing but net.
Yeah, when he gets back in, when he gets into that shot more, when he starts leaning too far back, he's boinked him off the front of that rim. A little more into it, he's gonna drain those suckers.
Inbounding the ball now are the Mustangs, up 13. Sampson thought about a three, but he travels and a turnover, and suddenly SMCC's defense picking it up a little bit. We'll see if the Seawolves can get this under 10, and if they do, they'll have a fighting chance.
Now with a stop, you need a basket to go with that. Knock down that 13-point deficit here a little bit.
4 of the 5 starters on the floor for the Seawolves. Donaldson the exception. Jardine on the dribble, gets it over to Mackey. Mackey thought about a three. Almost traveled, now he kicks it out. Now Jardine's got a wide open look and he buries it.
Great job there by Mackey to keep his feet, not being able to fall off the dribble. And got it back to dropped it back to Jardine to nail the open three.
Easy for you to say.
Holy mackerel, that was tough.
Back-to-back threes there by Mackey and Jardine, and suddenly it's a 30-20 game with 7:40 to play in the half. Here's James, loses the ball, it's a turnover. Jardine with the ball, they can get this down to single digits here. Long lead pass to Donaldson. His pull-up jumper is going to be no good. Rebound batted around. We're going to have a foul called. And it's going to be on CMCC. It'll be remaining Seawolves possession.
Yeah, Curtis, we got that play to Jardine. Jardine got it over to Matt. We got it back to Jardine. Drains the wide open three right here.
Yep, there. That was not an easy shot, but he did indeed knock it down. And now the Seawolves again looking to make this a single-digit deficit. Jardine, and again, Mackey gets wide open for a three, and it's good!
Now he's feeling it. He's back into it. He's got his motion down now. Missed a few clunkers at the beginning, but now he's been draining them.
3 straight threes by the Seawolves. Here's Green the other way, and he hits a three. That's a momentum killer.
Boy, and you talk about a big-time shot right there by Green. He shot that right in the face of Josh Mackey, who was on him big time.
Well, that snaps a 9-0 run by the Seawolves. The lead back up to 10 now. Here's Loveridge in the lane, throws up a little runner, and it drops.
He just lowered that shoulder like a big man, throw that little half baby hook, rang around the rim and down.
So the lead 8, here come the Seawolves now, 11-3 run. Here's Green with another three, and he knocks it down again.
This time Jardine was on him, and Jardine kind of stepped back a little too far, and Green said, okay, I'm going to take it.
So demoralizing. You're chipping away, and then a player you don't necessarily expect to make a lot of threes hits back-to-back shots. Loveridge gets his own rebound, goes back up, draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the second there on Curtis Miller, so I think they're going to bring him out.
Loveridge at the line, he'll shoot 2, so first foul on Miller.
Well, I thought that was number 2. I can't
It is
count
number
either.
2. They just put it up there. You were right all along, and that's something to watch. That's one player you don't want on the bench if you are Coach Gagne. First free throw by Loveridge is good. It cuts the deficit back to 10. He'll get one more.
Here again's that hard work in the middle by Loveridge, keeping his position and finally being able to get it back and get the foul call.
36-26 our score. CM has led all the way, but SMCC is hanging tough. Second free throw also good. It's 36-27. Last two possessions for the Mustangs have resulted in threes by Green. This time Sampson bringing the ball up. Samson Oriemi on the drive. Picks up his dribble. And they're going to swing it out. Green's going to shoot another three, and this one is short. Loveridge trying to get the rebound. Hinckley tried to take it away from him. Seawolves down by 9. They have a chance to draw even closer.
Little size differential from Nick Hinckley, but he tried. He still gave it the college try.
Jardine on the left wing, up top now to Donaldson.
I said college try.
Well, you're accurate. That's a very accurate description.
Awful.
Mackey now to Jardine. Right now, Mackey being blanketed by Hinckley. And now Mackey instead on the drive, a little rainbow jumper, nothing but net, and he's on fire.
Yeah, he found that shot, got foul line extended, was able to get a spot, wasn't going to be able to hit the open three, made his shot, drained it.
There's Gooseby underneath, he instead kicks it out. Now Sampson on the drive, goes in, a little scoop shot, he gets the shooter's roll.
Beautiful job, took it right from the top of the key, cut to his right a little bit and got by his defender, able to scoop it up and in.
Well, every time it seems like SMCC can get really close, there's a basket at the other end. Donaldson with a long shot, not going to go. Gooseby with a rebound, and Mackey steals it away. Mackey goes in, lays it up, and can't finish. We're going to have a held ball, but Mackey frustrated there, and Coach Richards apoplectic. He thought there was a foul on that play.
We got it. Apoplectic made it today.
We did.
Yeah, nice job in there by, boy, Josh Mackey has been all over the place. Made a nice cut to the hoop. Thought he had, was fouled in the play, but was not. It's going to be CM's ball.
4:58 to play in a very exciting first half. And here's a look here at that play.
Yeah, Josh Mackey had position and the CM player over the back.
Yep, Coach Richards, he's right to be apoplectic there. 9-point lead for the Mustangs. Sampson's going to kick it out. Here's Hinckley with the three-point attempt, and he knocks it down. The Mustangs absolutely on fire from the perimeter.
Nick Hinckley does like to play underneath the basket, but you cannot forget about him if he's out on the perimeter because he can do just that, drain that three.
The lead back up to 12 now, 41-29, 4.5 to play here in the first half. New in the game for the Seawolves, shooting a three that was deflected with Sean Powell, and here comes Green the other way. Up 12, Mustangs trying to extend their lead again. Here comes James. James to Gooseby, he can't finish. Gooseby gets his own rebound. Back to James, who draws the foul.
Boy, Michael Green just does such a great job on that defensive end there. He's always playing strong defense from the time he starts. Tries to also get the ball up in the front court and distribute the ball, but that time CM could not put her home after a couple through tries.
Calvin Gooseby, the freshman from Needham, Mass. He'll go to the line for two. 12-point lead for the Mustangs. Seawolves hanging tough, though. You got to give them credit for their heart. Actually, it's going to be James at the line. He'll knock down the first one. He'll get one more. Alonzo James. Just so many weapons on the CMCC team.
Man.
I mean, how do you defend all five of these guys that can shoot there? And when you're hot from the perimeter, it's almost impossible.
Well, and the big thing about this Mustang team is they got players that can play the perimeter and the underneath game, and you never know where you're going to find them. They play so strong in all phases of the game. Coach Gagne's got this team playing strong. 43-29 lead right now by the visiting Mustangs over the Seawolves.
James, that's both free throws. I'll be very curious at halftime to see what their three-point shooting percentage is. I got to believe it's over 50% at this point. And on the road in a hostile environment, that's really saying something. Now we've got a turnover. And again, SMCC got within 7, but now it's on the verge of slipping away again. 14-point spread with 4 minutes to play here in the half.
Yeah, Donaldson looked like he had a player underneath. Looked like he was looking for Anderson Santana, but Santana wasn't ready for the pass.
Sampson driving in, can't finish. Rebound comes down to Santana. Here we go the other way. Dow with the basketball, gives it now to Donaldson. Sean Powell getting a few minutes here off the bench. Right now, Jardine and Mackey with a break. Here's Foster with a three from the wing, and it's good.
Yeah, they needed that one big time. Foster had just enough of his space and drained it. They got to have some more of that, getting their guys their good looks.
Well, they're making threes of their own, but right now CM is pretty much unconscious from the perimeter. Sampson on the drive, 3:15 left, and now here's Curtis Miller, and his shot's in and out. The guy you expect to make all of them, he couldn't finish. And now Green thought about it, steps inside the line. His two-point attempt won't go, and a nice rebound there by Santana. Good position.
Good job there by the Seawolves to get in position to get clean up the defense.